So, could I talk to Mortifor as well?
Okay. He pulls out the crystal ball.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to Penny. It's like, hey, can I talk to the old man in the ball?
Yeah. So you lean real close to the ball, calling out for Mortifor.
Hey, Mortifor.
Yes, what do you want? Your friends were just here last night.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm kind of tired of, always have to come over here all the time, So you gotta just
They come over here a lot?
and maybe like once a week, perhaps we could wrap this up more quickly.
More quickly? What?
No, not more quickly, please, no. What do you want?
Don't die.
Who is coming over here? Because this is the first time that I have ever spoken with you.
Yes, but usually I have to talk to each of you, like one at a time. It becomes really
I'll never come talk to you.
cumbersome. I'm just saying you guys need a better system for communicating.
I don't.
Who is coming here to talk to you?
Marcus mostly, and then Quigley sometimes. That's really it.
I chat him up all the
really
time.
Nobody
I
else
go over there in my
wants to-
spare
Not
time.
us.
Nobody else is ever interested in speaking to me.
Okay.
Oh, are you complaining now? Because
Is there something you could do? Remember we spoke about the runes on my hammer?
Yes, I
And
believe
I
that I can guide
found-
Penny through the
So
process.
Jim, I found one, correct?
That's amazing, yes.
No, I'm talking to Jim, but Mortifor, sure. I found. So I have a magical rune, or I think it's a magical rune that I
Yes.
found. And can you detect? And I take it out for him to detect or do whatever he does.
Okay, yeah. He seems to be in agreement that this is what you wanted. As I mentioned before, if you leave the hammer with Penny and the rune, I believe I can guide her through the process of binding the rune to the hammer, thus imbuing it with its magical properties.
How long?
A few hours.
that can hurt your vocal
Provided she
cords the
doesn't
way you're
mess it up.
talking right now.
She's a good girl, though. I think she'll do well.
Yeah, I trust Penny.
It was a few days, a few episodes ago, but don't worry, she's gotten better at it.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
why he wouldn't leave it, was because it was going to be a few days.
Yeah, I realized that sometimes I have to change reality because I have to work around you guys whining a lot. So yes, I'm giving you an opportunity. So take it or leave it.
That's fair.
Don't take it, Greg. Don't trust him.
But don't give me a bunch of crap.
Listen!
Blowout
Why do
sale!
you guys have to be such dicks to Jim?
Whoa.
And then you wonder why he's trying to kill us and do things, because you guys are jerks to him. Jim is a fair and just God.
Yes, he's very
Yes, I will
sweet
leave the
to
hammer
you.
here.
I mean, he just doesn't remember accents or times he talked to us or anything.
I
like that.
remembered the accent. If you had
You
been there, you
remember,
could have asked that
it's fine.
question, but you didn't. And Craig didn't give a crap, so he didn't bother to ask
was
about
good.
it.
That was a
But
good
yes,
one.
there's actually a story reason for all of these things, you dowdy doubtersons.
But is there a story reason for why it went from
think that was-
days to
Oh, no,
a
that's
couple
Debbie
hours?
down
No,
there.
that's just to get around you guys' crybaby-ness, all right? That was strictly so that you guys would just do it so we can move on.
I agree.
Are you gonna do it?
Wow.
Do it.
say yes.
Just do it. It's been an hour.
I'll see you guys. I'll see you. Yes.
Great.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Make it so.
All right, it's gonna be done.
in all of this hubbub that's
Here,
going around,
Penny, protect this hammer with your life.
She doesn't seem that committed to the life part, but she seems.
Protect this hammer with your life.
Yeah, yes, Craig.
With your life.
Yes.
All right.
So, in all of this hubbub that's going around, at some point, I would like to pull Lord Marcus aside.
Okay.
And I just say, Lord Marcus, I know that
I go back to the mouse and moth.
I know that yesterday was quite stressful and that we weren't always on the same page with everything. I want you to know that I am no longer upset at Horatio.
It's a quick turnaround, Quigley. It's almost as
well,
if you had more time than a
It's
night to
almost as
think
if I
about
had
it.
2 weeks to think about it.
I'm still very upset I didn't get an egg.
What I am upset about is myself, and the fact that I even took part in this. And I just want you to know that while I will always be there to help and protect my friends and my family, I will not take part in any situations that blur the line so much between right and wrong. I don't feel comfortable with it, and I won't do it anymore.
Well, on that note,
And I smile.
Well, Quigley, we didn't do it for right and wrong. We did it
Right.
for money. For a lot of money.
Yes, and that's the part that I'm not happy with myself with. So I will not be doing things for money like that.
Now, Quigley, this is as if you suddenly got all of the things that you've needed for a really long time, like your armor and your sword,
20
and and then
spears.
something inscribed into it. And now that you've gotten all of that, now you no longer need money. That's what this feels
That's
like,
not
Quigley.
true, because I did ask Horatio to do magic on my sword, but I will no longer do that either. I have a special plan. If he even comes back, I have a different opinion of what I'm going to do with the money he gives me.
Well, Quigley, I don't care. So let's go on.
Perfect. And I would go to the Mouse and Moth and eat food.
Go to the Mouse and Moth. When you arrive,
I'm going to.
So she and I need to prepare spells, correct? 'Cause
you
we did
guys
sleep.
can prepare spells.
Crag's already eating.
When you get to the Mouse and Moth, you find that Crag has returned.
He's back,
He's
so
sitting
excited.
there. He seems very unexcited to see you, but
That
that's
sounds very
pretty
nice.
standard.
I'm very excited to see you.
You guys are much more excited to see him than he is to see you.
I say, oh,
We
hello,
have so
Sir
much to
Craig.
tell you.
What did you learn about our creepy friends?
I learned we're screwed.
Why?
Why?
They rebuilt their watch post. Remember there were about a dozen Red Mask mercenaries out there?
Yes.
Which one? The one where I was in the basement.
There's more than 30 there now. And that's the ones I could see.
Well, if you kill 6 and
Wait,
I
you made it
kill
to their
6,
watch post?
She can kill 6.
Yeah.
And
Wow, that's great.
Hello?
Mom kills 6.
And you made it back?
6.
I'm so glad. I was
Wow.
really worried about you.
Nice work. I didn't think you could stealth. Good job.
There's no stealth.
Did you just walk up to the front door?
It's a long story.
Well, we're gonna eat, so you
You're
can tell
just
us.
going to leave it at that? It's a long story.
All right, it's time to eat.
So you
Okay, yeah,
said-
you guys can
I have
eat,
already lived
Did
it.
you regale
You
us
just
with
say
the
we
story
should.
while we eat?
I can tell them the story of how I battled 4 wolves and the one-eyed man came
name
to help me,
is-
Mr. Jones, not Dr. Jones.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do all that. While
So I was
you're-
following this guy, and then I was attacked by wolves.
Whoa.
Did you bring me back one?
And I killed them all.
Next time, can you just save one?
For what?
While you're telling your story and eating your guys' lunch, as you do, Aaron,
Containment
who runs Aaron?
can help us
Oh,
fight.
Aaron who runs errands.
Aaron, who runs Aaron,
Oh, well, hello, Aaron.
approaches you.
Aaron.
He says, "Oh, I've been looking for you guys.
Oh, wonderful.
There was somebody who wanted to hire you.
Oh no.
Yes.
Ooh.
If you've been invited to the Loremire estate just outside of town.
There's an estate outside of
Master
town.
and proprietor of Loremire Clay says he has work for you if you should wish it.
What do I know about Loremire Clay?
Make a knowledge local check.
Sure will.
Do it.
Not much.
Knowledge local 12.
Loremire Clay. That's a place.
Let's do it. They got clay there, I think.
So, yes, I don't have knowledge local. All right, I'm in.
This is
I
a
know, I
man
don't
who's
have
built
any.
his
Let's
empire
go.
on mud.
How
would
would you
be,
say that is spelled?
Huh?
How would you say that's spelled?
Loremire? Loremire.
There you go.
Oh, I see it. I've got it.
So I tell them the story,
Okay.
and then I explain how I was like almost mauled to death.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ask him for when? Well, did you see Swanee?
Why would I see
What?
him?
Well, when did you leave? When did you get back here?
I got back here. What was
It would have
this,
been.
this
It would
morning?
have been like midday yesterday when you got back. They were
Oh,
already
it's
gone.
been
you
a
wouldn't have
day
seen,
already?
You wouldn't have seen Swanee.
It's been another
Okay,
day? What?
So did you? Yeah, it's been like 2 days for you.
You
basically.
got back yesterday. You spent the night. You woke up. You went over to You went over to the archives. You came back.
Oh, so I got more. I healed more then. I slept for 2 nights now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Brian Summer says, Aaron, Tim has asked me to serve you all with this restraining order. So, and this is very probably true. And Johnny Ward says, I can mail you maple candy from Canada, buddy! Hashtag death to Jonathan!
Oh, Johnny, that's just what he needs is just candy
So-
and sugar.
Candy
But
and
St.
Jonathan.
House was
So
mauled
good.
by the wolves.
Yeah.
And asked Lyra if she wouldn't mind
No, you didn't bring her back a wolf.
healing me.
Next time, will you bring me back a wolf?
You want a vicious wolf? What are you gonna do
Well,
with
we
a...
can tame it and it can be our pet. And then when we
I
have
would
our
like to go
own fights,
adventure.
How are you gonna
We
tame
can-
a wolf?
I vote
Believe
for
me, I
the place.
but do you
Me
need
too.
help?
I vote for the place.
Me too.
So, did you ask them what they're going to do with the griffin eggs?
Craig, did you ask me
I
healing?
walk out the door.
I Team Quiglex.
Craig, did
Hey,
you
Team
ask them
Quiglex.
Craig,
what
did
they're
you
Quiglex
need
gets
healing?
up and walks away from the
I
table.
wasn't even there for that. What's griffin eggs? What are you talking about?
My mother.
Isn't
My
there?
mother posted.
No, weren't you there for the very
She said,
brief-
"Yay, quickly!
No,
Don't
he
blur the
wasn't.
line."
He
Yes.
likes that you're sticking to your guns.
Thank you, Mom.
What griffin eggs?
Yeah, Crag would not have known to ask about the griffin.
What is he talking about griffin eggs?
Oh, I've left with Lady Alex.
Do I need to heal you? What's the deal?
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, Craig,
Done anything for an hour.
it's a long story. And I turn
I'm
and I
healing.
walk out the door.
Okay.
7.
7? I'll take it. Thank you.
So after receiving a touch of healing from
Lyra.
Dylan
Lyra,
Kaiser, by the way, has a problem with your language, Jim. He says, stop
What?
using dowdy dowdersons. There's an 8-year-old present. Watch your tongue.
well, if they were
Almost
being
9.
such dowdy dowdersons, I wouldn't have to use such harsh language.
True.
Happy birthday.
And Mike Harris,
birthday.
Dwindle. Goody. You didn't miss the shopping. It's true.
Oh, did anyone read that
Always.
funny shopping thing from Brian
Brian
Summer?
Summer.
That is, he goes,
He
oh,
said,
they're
"Oh,
shopping
we're
on this.
shopping? That's
Oh,
not a
shopping?
thing."
That's not a thing. Wait, have you ever shopped on this show before?
I totally agree with you, Brian.
I get it, Brian. There's some
No,
irony
he
and some
doesn't
sarcasm
really
there.
get it because he went shopping.
Can we go?
So, you guys all just going?
Yes.
Are you going forward?
Yes.
Is that happening?
Striding boldly
Yes.
forward.
Stride boldly forth. You go
We're going to
outside.
the Meyer place.
You guys actually passed by
Let's go.
the Loremire pits and estate on
Yes.
your way north to go and save Drift from her fate
Oh,
in
yeah.
the caves. So you actually know where this is. It is north. It is near the Little Fram. It is a the estate itself is made up of the clay pit. There's a rather large estate home where you would presume the Loremires live, and you.
A Loremire estate?
Yes, the Loremire estate.
Wow.
How come we didn't know about this?
The Loremire estate is a beautiful family home,
Like I said.
juxtaposed by the nearby river clay pits. You approach a large manor and are led by a well-dressed servant inside without challenge, as though you were expected. You are led into a wide meeting hall and announced to a wealthy man standing before a large crowd. He extends one of his hands. He seems very delighted to see you. He says, Stanford Loremire, I am so glad to meet you. I have a job proposition, as I'm sure you heard, if you're willing to hear me out.
Who did he extend his hand to? Me?
He's standing before a crowd of people?
Standing before a crowd.
I
so
stand for a
he
crowd of people.
extended his hand to me.
I shake
shake.
his hand.
Okay. He takes it eagerly. He seems
I say,
very
Stanford,
happy to see you all.
we're here. We're happy to take the invitation. Of course, we're always happy to hear these things. You've, of course, heard our going rate of 2,500 gold pieces.
I had not heard that your standard rate for a job was 2,500 gold pieces.
Well, it depends on the job. Sometimes it's higher.
I would say that this particular job is a bit of easy work for people as strong as you.
Oh, okay. What do you want us to
Really,
do?
my problem is simply that my workers. I don't know if you noticed on your way out, but there's nobody working in the pits today. There's been nobody working in the pits for several days because
What's
they simply refuse to do
pits?
their jobs.
Is this dirty
Why?
work?
I was rather hoping I could hire you on for a few days of easy work, and you could encourage them to get to work and do what they're
not very good at
paid
that.
We're not
a
slave
handsome
drivers.
sum,
what are you
very
talking
fair
about?
rate
Like
to do.
whip-
So
Like whipping?
some enforcement is what you're looking
Well,
for.
I mean, I I don't know if you would ever have to enforce anything, but if you were
Brad loves
to
enforcing.
have
Are there
to
gonna be
enforce
floggings? What are you
any of the
talking?
company policies,
I'm
you
sorry.
would be well within your rights to do so.
Wait a second.
By
they're
the way,
not
Dylan
working
Kaiser
for you.
has
You're
said,
early.
Dylan has brought up maybe my favorite quote ever in reference to something that's happened on the show. He says, only moments after saying he no longer would do those kind of jobs for money, Cookie marches out the door to take a job he knows nothing about for money. Good job, Cookie.
I haven't taken the
He
job.
hasn't taken it yet.
You don't want to whip people?
I'm sorry. Okay, so you want us to encourage your
Whip. He wants us to whip his
Well,
workers.
I wouldn't whip
What
them
is wrong
personally,
with
you know? I mean,
your,
I think that you
why
simply...
can't you do it yourself?
Well, I would
your
say that
presence-
for the easier job, you're right. I think 1,500 is a more reasonable rate that
Hold
we
on.
could do for the
Excuse
easier
I
me.
thought,
job.
hold on.
Where do these
wait.
people live currently?
Oh, they have,
Okay, that's good to
they live in their homes
Where?
in town.
Okay, so
In
they just haven't
Chatsboro.
come
Yes, they live
to
in
work.
Chatsboro, and they...
Is there a person in charge of their work order?
Oh yes, if you want to get at them and sort of have your voice
Diana.
amongst their crowd, you want to talk to this man over here. He points out one of the men in the crowd. He says, this man is his name's, they call him Stubbs. You talk to him. He's sort of their voice. You get him to say that the men will work, and they'll work. So
Why can't you do
he's who
that?
you want to start with.
Is Stubbs one of the workers?
Again,
I'm
we should
sorry.
go
Oh,
back
yes,
to the
he is one of the
rates.
workers.
We should
No.
secure the rate and
Not yet.
get comfortable with the amount of money
I'm
that we are.
confused. I'm
paid.
confused. Why are you not the one talking to Stubbs?
Oh, I've tried very
Well, whatever.
reasonably to get them back to work, and
Okay.
they've simply refused.
Why are they refusing? Did they give you a reason?
Silliness. A week ago,
He's not paying them.
one of the workers, a drunkard, and a layabout.
His name Tim?
No,
That's
not
what I
Tim.
was
Tim works in town. He's a handyman. We all know Tim.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
A layabout and a drunkard. He had an accident and died.
Oh.
And
How-
the
what
men are
happened?
all now refusing to work. They say he was attacked in the pits, and then the other men was now all of a sudden coming out of the woodwork and saying they've seen things in the pits, and it's ridiculous. All they want is to extort me for some of my money, even though they're paid very fair rates.
Have you gone down into the pits?
Yes, I've been in the pits. You passed by them on your way. Did you
And
see
you-
any creatures? Of course not.
Do the creatures come out at night? Is this when this person got attacked?
No, nobody has said that. No.
Well, now that creatures are involved, I think we should go back in the middle. Let's say 2,000 gold pieces.
Well, again, there are no creatures. They simply want they don't want to admit that the man who died did so because he was drunk on the job and not following safety procedures.
Well, then you're right.
And-
Then what we should do is we should meet in the middle here. Let's say 1,000 up front, and if there's no creatures, 500 for completion
If
of the
there are
job.
creatures,
and if there are
2,500.
creatures, we'll go back up to our 2,500 rate.
I will tell you what. If you want a base rate of what, since you can't stop talking about money, literally just throwing out numbers as if that's that is actually not a conversation anyway. Like just saying numbers
Supposed to
over and
go
over
shopping
again.
more.
But since that seems to be
I
a
just
primary
had that
focus,
conversation.
why don't we say this? I hire you on for a 2-week period of time. All you do is encourage the people to work.
Encourage. Sorry.
Sure, certainly. I will pay you a sum of 1,000 gold pieces to encourage the men to
Every
get back to their
week?
jobs so that this business can continue providing its noble services to Trapsboro and, of course, the surrounding region.
Well, as long as we have an agreement that if there are creatures that must be defeated to encourage the
Courage.
workers to go back to work, then I would say that our going rate of 2,500 gold pieces is perfectly reasonable.
Well, lettuce, if there's a creature,
If there's
let us
lettuce,
kill
we're
it.
not doing it.
No, not lettuce. If there's creatures, we should kill it, chop the head, and we'll bring you the head to prove to you there are creatures. Then will you give us our
If there's a
2,500?
creature, we should capture a creature. We'll put it in the box.
let's do it.
He'll carry the box. He's gonna bring it out
Chain it up.
and let it out.
And then we'll kill it later.
There should be a whole team
that
of us that
everybody's
will go,
there.
and then we'll get it.
I will tell you
we'll
what.
Do it.
We're gonna get the creature.
We're
We're gonna
gonna
bring
take
it
it to a
back.
rescue mission.
Coliseum type
What
thing.
are your thoughts on ravens? Because those we find to be
Three eyes.
extraordinarily fast.
Three-eyed ravens.
There are no creatures.
Three-eyed? Three-eyed
But I'll tell you
ravens.
what. If
call you
there are
Cersei?
creatures and you must defeat them, you bring me the head of a creature that you have had to kill in the mines
Yeah, exactly.
for the protection of the workers.
Yes.
Which is, of course, always our top concern, their
course.
safety and well-being.
Which is why they're not working right now.
Then I will pay you 2,000 gold in total for the job.
My idea worked. Do we accept this offer?
Yes. However,
Shut up.
no, there is one more thing. For 2 weeks worth of work, we should be paid room and board at the Mouse and Moth, I think. The nicest establishment in Trapsboro.
I don't think that. I think 2,000 gold for 2 weeks, 1,000 gold with a potential for double that is.
We need room and board in town. We've been thinking about leaving town,
Then
so
take
you would
some
want
of
to
the
keep us here.
1,000 gold and pay. They have very reasonable rates.
Do you have a
wanna keep us
place?
here?
Do you have like a smaller home here we could stay on
You
the property,
could
or is
sleep
there?
in the barn if you wish.
The barn?
Sure.
It's a roof.
This is like
Come on.
30
look at
minutes
this beautiful
outside of
home.
town.
All right, the barn it
Is
is.
the barn?
The barn.
Oh my god.
Excellent. You can sleep in the barn for free
I say to
as
him.
part of your commission.
I say to him.
And of course, meals
It
at the
better be
estate.
clean, this
Yes, I will
barn.
feed you as well.
Great.
Boom.
So barn.
Got it.
If there is some creature or some form of evil in your land, I will cleanse this land a bit.
The only
if there
evil
is not,
was excessive drink
That's
by a
the
man
only
who
does it
did.
by
there is
himself.
not, I will not help. And I
Well,
leave.
What's his problem? I
don't
catch
know.
up.
I assure
catch
you
up to
that
him.
our group is on the case. And we'll be happy to take the 1,000 gold pieces up front, as per your agreement. And the 1,000 upon completion, if there is a monster that we have to vanquish and bring you the
I
head
follow
of.
you guys. I'm
From
not
your
with
mind.
this guy.
yes. Excellent. Okay, he hands you 1,000 gold.
I take the 1,000 gold pieces after Crag has already left.
I'm standing next
She's
to
with you. I'm not.
I know, and I look at Alex and I say, "You just made 500 gold pieces, my dear."
And his alignment slips slowly into
Back into
chaotic
where it normally
evil.
is.
That's okay.
He is very chaotic.
All right, so can we go see this said barn that we're going to be staying in? Because I feel like we should have a much better place
So
to stay.
I am gonna.
Question.
I'm gonna take about half the gold and I'm gonna give it to Alex, and then I'm gonna hold the other half of it.
Does Stubbs is there a way to get Stubbs not around his landlord?
Stubbs is kind of off to one side of the room. He already looks kind of apart from the group. Nobody is really talking to him or paying them time of day. You can tell that the other people in the room are much more finely dressed, while Stubbs, I mean, he's clear, he's dirty. He's wearing peasant's clothing. He's definitely a man who
tap
works.
on the glass outside and point at him and tell him to come outside or something like that.
So you go outside, attempt to get his attention through the glass.
Yes.
Sure. Cool.
Do you get his? Does
Does
he get his
he
attention?
open the window or does he come outside?
Wait, I'm confused. Do you get his attention, or are you just trying to do it?
Blair Peterson
He
says
gets his
1 hour
attention,
in
yeah.
and no talk of Quigley pillows.
I showed it.
Wonderful! Yes, the Squire Quigley pillows. If you would like pillows, that
Squire
have all
Quigley
of our
show.
faces
Maybe a
on
Lyra
them.
pillow.
No,
and an
everyone.
Alex pillow.
So, as
a
a
crack
producer
hammer
on the
pillow.
show, it took quite an effort, as I mentioned earlier, to get this show up and running this week. Perhaps next week we can worry about pillows.
But isn't it really great?
It's
Check it out.
wonderful.
Super swell.
Fantastic.
Super
Speaking
swell.
of all the
He's
hard
really
work
happy
that
about
you do, as we're talking about these new people that you're meeting, it should be noted that the NPCs that the players are encountering are in fact submissions that we've gotten from you guys, from the fans. Stanford Loremire is played by none other than Jace Hall, who is a big fan of the show.
He
loves
was a willing submission
dragons
to
and
be
stuff.
in the
It's
show.
probably one of his favorite online properties.
Yeah, Jace Hall was definitely willing
Jace
to
Hall
be Stanford
loves this show
Loremire.
so much.
Absolutely.
And then Stubbs, who I believe we're going to get talked to in a moment.
Let's see
is-
Stubbs.
Is fan of the show, Anton Bass. Or
That's
Bass.
awesome.
B-double-A-S.
Thanks, Anton. Thanks for submitting your photo.
If you wish to be part of the show, all you have to do
glasses.
is send us a
No glasses.
high-quality image of your face, preferably not covered by things. The higher the quality of the image, the better. You send that to our page. You can send it via Facebook to Dragons and Stuff, and we will put you in the show. Those
Now,
of you,
somewhere out there, Norman is just giddy with excitement for me to mention Norman's photo. Norman, I did see your photo of you with the lobster. You're hilarious. We're not going to use your photo, Norman, but send us a photo of your face, and we'd be happy to put you in the show.
we do appreciate that a lot of you have a lot of funny and cool photos, and we get it. But in order to actually manipulate the photos and actually turn them into some of the NPCs, they need to be pretty simple. Really what we need in order to make it work is your face in high quality.
Headshot.
All of the sunglasses and other stuff really make it next to impossible to work with your photos. So while we appreciate that they're funny and cool, we can't do anything with it. It's just the limits of technology. Sorry.
But continue to send us your photos, and let's meet Stubbs.
Let's meet
probably
Stubbs. Stubbs, sees that you're tapping on the glass, turns around, sees you, and comes outside to see you.
Oh, all right.
Lyra had something to say.
I did.
What?
I just want to remind everyone to share publicly
Aw.
Where?
Sharing is caring.
on Facebook.
What do they have to do?
Hashtag dragons and stuff. I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What else?
Hashtag dragons and stuff. Share publicly so that we can hopefully you can be in the running to get a prize. Share the episode.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Okay, can we talk to Stubbs?
Publicly. Let's
Let's get on with it.
Is anybody outside with Quigley, or is it just Quigley outside?
Yes, I believe
don't
the
forget
three
to-
I
of us
followed
are-
him because I
Hold
wanted
on,
to say.
I gotta back up to Norman. Norman, yes, it was a 20-pound lobster. I understand. Very
Holy
impressive, Norman. Send me a
crap.
photo of your face, please.
20 pounds.
So
That's a
We
huge
love you,
lobster.
Norman.
We do. We
do.
are genuinely impressed by that lobster.
it was a cool. It was a big claw.
It is, I
was a
saw it.
big
It's
claw.
pretty cool.
So I went to follow him.
Okay.
That's when that stupid gold exchange happened because he's the
Yeah,
worst.
of course.
It doesn't
pointed
matter
to me,
though
but
because
that's
I
I
was
don't know
going to
why
say
you guys,
stuff, but it
here's
doesn't
the
matter.
thing. On one hand, I can be like, oh, Marcus is taking everything. On the other hand, you guys just make it like, why would you ever walk away before the money exchange hands? Like, you guys just don't think sometimes, and it just lets him win. And I like, really, it's been 22 weeks, guys.
I know they're all like, oh, but Marcus got all the money before the
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, you're outside with Stubbs, and Craig's out there, and is Alex out there?
No, I'm with
you were
Al-
with
I was with
Did
Alex,
Lyra,
but
did
it's
you go
not Alex.
outside?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
was
Stubbs
with
is out there
Marcus.
with you.
Well, once we get our money, and maybe have a few drinks, we'd go outside too.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So there you are.
There we are.
Yes.
Oh, hello. Is your name Stubbs?
Yes.
That's a very funny name. My name is Squire Quigley.
Also very
Yes.
funny.
And I just would like to know what you've heard from your co-workers about what happened the other
It's
night.
not what
with
we've
the-
heard. It's what we've seen in the pits.
All right.
You know, the old man won't listen.
I'm ready.
But
to
there are
listen.
things in there. People have been seeing strange movements. Sometimes at night, sometimes in the day. And well, you know, it resulted in one of my men is dead now. And the man doesn't believe us. He thinks that he was just drinking, but I don't. I think that.
Can you elaborate
listen,
on?
Morgan was a drinker. No one disputes that. But he was a good worker. You know, accidents I don't think it was an accident. I don't think it just happened to him.
Can you elaborate on
Are
things?
Alex and I out there?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to be clear. When I went to get the drink, I just took the whole cup with me, so that now I have a cup from Loremire Estate.
Marcus
course.
Cups.
Noted. Another cup.
Can I ask you a question, Stubbs? Does Stanford Loremire treat you well?
Is my microphone
Well,
working?
I mean, you know.
Is my microphone working?
He pays
Yeah.
us,
Can
you
you
know,
hear me?
and then what else can we do? You know, it's a job. You know, we got to work. We got to work.
But he does.
You know, things were going fine, but this thing with Morgan, you know, all we were asking for is for him to investigate our claims, and he's just saying that we don't want to work. And he says that we're refusing to do what we're paid for, and he's withholding pay,
You know, I feel
and
like
he
there's
won't
just a lot of miscommunication.
he won't pay.
Is
He
this,
won't.
is this a Fargo accent?
He was shush your mouth.
Fargo. This is a Fargo accent.
And you know we are refusing to work. We are until he pays the Morgan's family to cover the costs of the funeral. Because it wasn't Morgan's fault that he's dead. No,
What
he was
not even
attacked.
paid
What
for the
are
funeral?
the
That's
things?
awesome.
We don't know. We don't know.
Describe the
exactly,
things that
yes.
have been seen.
Things.
Well, I heard that there was these creatures that made out of rocks, maybe.
Can you
But
take us-
somebody else said that it is, nobody has really seen them.
Can
in
you
that
take us
that
to the
clearly.
So this is nonsense. We just got to get you guys back
so
to
you,
work.
you don't believe it, and that's fine. But I'm telling you, the men aren't going to go back in those mines until Stanford Loremire and until he pays the family for this wrongful death.
Stubbs.
I mean, they
And
should
provides
pay
for our
it.
protection. We don't feel safe. No,
Stubbs.
we're taking a stand.
Stubbs.
Is this Martin Freeman's
Can
character or
I
is it
talk?
Ewan McGregor's? Because I'm pretty
Shut
sure it's
up.
Ewan McGregor's.
Let me talk. Stubbs. Can
Yes.
you take us to one of these men who have seen these creatures?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, nobody's really,
So then
it's
how
like-
do you know that they look like rock men? Who told you that?
Well, I'm just saying some men have seen things and rumors travel and,
so take us to
and
the man
Morgan,
who has seen something.
I got a better idea.
think
You
he's
take
dead.
us to the mines.
Yes,
you show
that's
us.
what I was
you
going to
show
say.
us in the mines where it touched you.
I need
Stop.
my hammer before we do anything.
You don't have your
Don't you have
hammer.
a dagger?
Oh, you
A
don't have your
dagger
hammer.
against rock.
All right. Well, when
you have
Where's your
dagger?
hammer,
Where's
Craig?
your hammer?
That's true. I can't do
I
anything.
took it to Mortiforce.
Well, that's
We're
going to
gonna
take
put-
days.
Okay.
Great. We're gonna have to go sleep.
okay.
He said he could do it. He said he could do it in like 3 hours.
He did. Okay.
I go back
All right.
in to talk to Stanford Loremire,
Okay.
and I say to him, if we can fix this problem today, I also require that you pay for this man's funeral.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you said
What
that.
man? Now you come on.
Today.
No.
Work will
Listen,
resume
I'm
today.
paying you guys to do a job. The job has been negotiated. All right. And I'm
like
telling
this
you
guy.
that whatever story
What
they've
is
got
going on?
cooked
Sorry.
up, it's false.
It's all Fargo.
It's false.
Listen.
Morgan Shads was a drunkard. You ask anybody who knew
But
him,
he-
and they would tell you the
he
same.
passed away. This is for his family.
This is this
That
is
was
like,
an accident, plain and
This
simple.
is like expedited shipping. This is Amazon Prime deal that I'm giving to you right now. If we can
It's
deal
Amazon
with
Prime.
this today, I require that you pay for this man's funeral.
Yes.
If,
So
if it
it's-
turns out that this man is committed wrongdoings and that it is just a bunch of hogwash, then I will help with
And/or
the
poppycock.
encouragement of these people to continue to work.
Well, am I supposed to pay you your 2-week rate of 1,000 golds if you fix it in a day?
Yes.
So I'm
The
supposed to
deal
pay
has
you guys.
already-
Do you know what they're asking?
The deal
Those
has already
extortionists
been.
are also asking for 2,000.
But well, do you
So I gotta
want
pay
same day
2,000 to
shipping
you,
or not?
and I gotta pay 2,000 to him. That's the deal.
Yes.
What do I get out of this? It doesn't seem like much of
The
anything
start
except
of
negative
work
work. You know what I could
precisely
get out of
right
this?
away.
A whole new workforce when I fire every single one of them and just ship in
Don't
new
you
people,
dare
you
close your
included.
eyes.
I'll get a whole new workforce. It's going to be cheaper than 4,000 gold.
So are
Same
we
day
with him
shipping?
right now?
What is that? What is shipping? No.
Same day shipping?
Are you? You're not talking.
Make
Are you talking to Stubbs?
No, I'm.
No, he
No,
went.
he went
Diplomacy
back.
check, I guess.
Play more.
would be-
No, he's talking to Stanford.
I am talking to Stanford
What in the world is? Why?
because I want him to pay for this.
I think
Why don't
I
we
agree
just
with
use
you.
our gold and help pay?
Oh, we could do that. I really like Craig's idea.
5 on the die plus my 4 gives me
What
9.
in the world is wrong with our die today?
We've already shaken on a deal. You guys already have your 1,000 in advance.
Wait, we
I'm
have-
not.
Wait
I'm
a
not
second.
the
We
one
have the
trying to back
1,000.
you.
He's coming for me and I'm coming for him!
Wow.
You two are not.
Yeah, I
just
handed
him.
your representative 1,000 gold
No.
pieces. You guys signed on. That's
They
as
look
good as
over
a
at the cheese
contract.
table and I'm.
That's as good as a contract. So you can't come to me now and try to renegotiate. Look, here's the thing. If, and this is a big if, Morgan Shads was killed on the job wrongfully, then yes, his family is entitled to a death benefit to help cover the cost of his funeral.
How
But
can
I'm
we
not
prove
just gonna promise
That's-
2,000 gold to the family on the word of a
That's
bunch
fine.
of.
We will come up with what we have to.
And I'm telling you, if you don't think that all those workers out there are going to take that 2,000 gold and just divvy it amongst themselves.
No, it should go directly to his
I
family.
know.
Not to the other workers.
But here's what I'm telling you. They're twisting stories. All right? They've already got you wrapped around their little finger. Oh, the poor worker. Oh, Stanford Loremire's
want us to
greedy and
help
not
him? 'Cause this is
providing for his
not.
people.
We're going to go get his weapon,
How
and
you
we're going to
doing?
come back, and we're going to fix this problem in one day.
Well, good luck to you.
Perfect.
But to be fair, if somebody dies before he gets his weapon, not our fault.
Where is everyone?
I'm with you guys.
I'm at the cheese table, but this has been loud, and I wanted to just voice my concern there.
I was with
So we
Quigley.
need to get the money from this hooligan over
That's
here.
ridiculous.
Why are you talking to me? I guess I'm not even anywhere.
You're
I'm not
right, you're
anywhere.
right next to me.
Oh, I
No,
wasn't.
you-
No, I guess I wasn't.
Oh, I was.
Oh, fine. I step outside and I say, Lord Marcus took the deal despite whatever we said, and he took all
Matter that I was
1,000
with you.
gold pieces.
I go to step out the door, I hear this, I turn back into the door.
This is
Go
ridiculous.
back in.
He's not going to give up the money if I say something to him.
Who are you talking to? I don't understand
You,
where
Sir
I am
Crag.
right now in this world.
Where do you want to be? Literally just tell me where you are,
Yeah.
and that's where you are.
I don't know where I am anymore. Because I thought I was in one place, and then he ran somewhere else, and then I'm not here, you're not here.
I am
don't
here.
even
We
know.
were
I
all
just
here.
stepped
Well, what I'm
outside to
telling
meet
you-
Where's
you.
anyone
Oh, yeah, we
really?
were
Craig,
outside with Stubbs.
tell me where you
and
are.
he went inside.
I don't know
alone.
anymore.
Just-
I'm sitting
just-
on a couch.
Fine. You're right next to Quigley. You have been the entire time.
Yes.
There you go.
You've heard all of this. You are aware. You
ridiculous.
know. Decide based on that what happens next.
We find the wizard.
Thank you.
Who's at the cheese table enjoying a fine spread?
He's at the cheese table.
Take
We
the
walk
cheese
up.
away.
We walk up behind him at the cheese table.
All right.
I'm
Do we
looking
just
at the guy
grab?
going,
Yeah, we
"What's
grab
this
him. We
one?
grab him by
What
the
is this
hood.
one?
We
Ah!
grab him by the hood and start pulling, and we pull him outside.
Yes.
You took the money, and you didn't tell us.
Yeah, of course I took the money because he said he was going to give us the money. At the beginning of the conversation, he said, I'm going to give you the 1,000 gold.
Okay, so divvy it up.
And
Here. And I give him the bag of gold.
Okay, cool.
And then I look at Alex surreptitiously. And I do nothing else.
How much is in there?
I don't even know what that means.
count it. I count the gold.
Okay.
Why do you count the gold?
He told me there was 1,000 gold pieces.
That's metagaming.
And you have no reason to doubt that, other than the fact that I exist.
Sense motive on Lord Marcus.
Do it!
Really, he just wants to roll with us because we haven't been able to roll.
Never
Every
Never
time
sense
my
motive.
dice know so much. Every time I roll a sense motive check against Lord Marcus, I fail
okay.
every single friggin' time.
And not just by a little bit, but like by a large margin.
My bonus beats his
Yeah.
roll, so.
Cool. Okay.
All right, so I say, well, we must go to the mines and figure out what's going wrong.
I
So
need
Wait,
my
we need this
hammer.
let's go
hammer.
back
I
and get
need
your hammer
my
and come
hammer.
back.
There you go, quickly.
All right, let's go back and get your hammer.
We
Let's
go back
get it.
and we get his hammer.
Mortar
Okay.
for,
So,
mortar for,
this is a great
mortar
opportunity
for.
for you guys to.
didn't do
no,
anything.
don't get upset. Hush. Look, whatever you want to do, now is the time to do it. So if there's any other things you need, if there's more cups you need to get, if there's more stuff you need to
Wait a
steal,
second.
whatever else you want to do
Why
it
did you
now.
tell me this?
While Crag gets his hammer, you guys are
Nothing to
in
steal
town.
right now.
So just get it all out there. What else do you need?
Nothing.
Well, I
A
have.
fight. Something.
I'm gonna.
Jeez Louise.
Hurry up, Marcus.
Did he end up telling me to count the gold and I counted the gold?
I did say that there was 1,000 gold pieces, but
Okay.
apparently I have no reason to doubt Lord Marcus.
See, that's how I feel, like Alex, right now. That.
We haven't
That's why
done
everyone needs a pillow.
anything.
I mean,
ready
you
to-
are more than welcome to count the gold, Crag. That is a totally reasonable.
I'm counting
You
the
need to-
gold.
you
because
need to
I
count on
trust,
everybody's
I
share.
trust him as far as I can throw him.
Okay, well you count 500 gold.
500.
You don't know that.
Ish.
Damn it. Darn it.
Who's around me?
I'm not
Everyone.
all around.
Everyone is there.
500 gold.
That
Send
guy
1,000.
gypped
That guy
us.
gypped us?
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh, you no!
So we marched back in.
Loremire.
We marched back in there
Gypped
to
us.
Stanford.
What a dick.
How dare
March
you?
with me?
Yes, of course.
We go back in there.
Gypping us! I didn't know that he's gypping us!
500.
Hey, you listen here, you.
You take your damn hands off her.
Oh, Marty McFly.
You think we're a bunch of saps? You give us
No.
500 gold?
No, I gave you 1,000 gold pieces.
Did you count it yourself? Because
Yes,
there are 500.
it was 1,000 gold pieces. Absolutely, 100%. I gave it to that man.
And I give it to that man.
What? You gave it to someone else?
Quickly, did you steal the
man.
500 gold? Who stole the 500 gold?
Gosh, you just
Is
can't.
somebody going to give up the 500 friggin' gold before we get
Entirely untrustworthy.
I am
business
beginning
we're
to
in.
wonder about hiring you. It seems like a very disorganized
Why did you
outfit.
give 500 gold?
I don't know.
don't
If
know
you
that.
lost
I know, then give
500
it to
gold
me.
pieces, that sounds like your
Your is
problem.
on the purchaser, friend.
This whole thing is just not seeming like a good idea.
I
By the
agree.
minute.
Are you going to give up, or are we going to argue for another
You
2.5
don't know
hours?
I have it.
Next
For all
time,
you
I'm
know,
going
you
to
just
hire-
Pointed at us!
If you are loving,
pointed at you.
if you are loving the yelling, this is a perfect opportunity to share the episode.
Yes, it is.
Share the episode
Come on.
publicly with the hashtag dragons and stuff, so other people can go deaf too.
Yes.
Hey, check out this awesome video where these people are yelling.
Hey,
You can win stuff. Go ahead and mute it. What? And go deaf, yeah.
And if
Go
you
get
have-
your hammer. I'm going with Sir Craig to get his hammer. I'm going with Sir Craig to get his hammer.
I'm with
Share,
them.
share, share, share. Share.
Share publicly.
Tell your friends to share publicly. Hashtag dragons and stuff. Share this video.
Marcus.
Tell
Video,
everyone.
hashtag
Adam.
dragons and
And
stuff.
you could win things.
Brian Summer, by the way, very early
kind of things?
ago, or a while ago, mentioned dragons and labor negotiations. We're
yeah.
past that now, Brian.
Oh, sorry.
We're way
We
past
could've-
negotiations.
Probably.
Those broke down a while ago. So,
The problem is,
Nothing.
I'm just smarter than
Ew. Ew.
We go and get his hammer. We go and get his hammer.
okay, you go and get his hammer.
It's
Is there anything
yeah.
else you guys want to do in town while you are
No.
just there?
Don't ask us that anymore.
Mortifor.
We just want to shop.
Mortifor, what does my hammer do?
I wanna.
Okay.
I wanna make some scrolls.
No, not right
Okay,
now.
what
Do
scrolls
it during
you want to
break.
make?
Do I
They're
have
not-
time to do that?
They're not going to be gone that long, no.
Okay, then no.
No. Okay. Your hammer. Now, 3 times per day, you can activate it
Whoa.
to deal an additional 1d6 sonic damage. What? Okay, so 3 times per day.
The
You
hedgehog?
declare it
That's cool.
before an attack roll. Your hammer is imbued with a temporary magical energy that will deal 1d6 additional sonic damage.
He has to
okay?
declare it before the attack.
Declared before the attack roll. And if you hit, the creature that you hit must succeed on a reflex save, DC 14, or be knocked back 5 feet and prone.
I'm glad that he didn't want to do this.
Right, no, it is totally
I'm glad
just
that you had
the
to
worst.
do him a favor
Yes.
to get him to do this.
Do me a favor to give. I was gonna do it. You don't even know. You don't even know. If it would have taken days, I was gonna get Woe's sword from him. You shut your dirty mouth.
Just finish.
So we go back to the mine.
Okay,
What happens if he misses? Is the sonic discharged?
Discharged?
yes. Yes.
So if he,
So he-
regardless, it uses it.
So
whether
right,
he hits or misses.
right, yes.
Okay.
And that's
He
3
must
times a
hit.
day.
Huh?
3 times a day.
Yes, and it will
Ready
only
to
work
fight
on
something.
one attack. So if you discharge it against an enemy and you're cleaving, it will not be active
It'll
for
be
the
the first-
subsequent target.
it'll
So
be
your
the
first
first one,
hit
yeah.
is the one that
Subsequent.
discharges the magic.
Target.
Again, that's an additional 1d6
Not
sonic
subsequent.
damage.
Subsequent.
And
But I could do it next round.
what do you mean?
So like within a battle, I could do it.
Oh yeah, you could
I could
use
do
it
it 3
1, 2,
times
3.
in one battle if I wanted to.
Yeah,
It-
absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
It's just that after 3 times, it takes until the next day, until after the next morning, you will have those charges back.
Now, what if he does it at midnight?
See, this is the part where it starts to just get dumb. After the next time you go to bed for 8 hours.
We get to sleep
So if you
that
stay
long?
up for
That's
like 6 days
amazing.
straight, oh well, you just don't get it.
I'll probably die.
Probably.
No, I won't let
It's
you
true.
die.
What?
What if Quigley uses it What if Crag goes down? Can Quigley use it?
You should wear me.
Yeah, anybody would be able to activate it, but the hammer itself can only be activated 3 times per day.
All right.
Oh, okay. So Quigley couldn't use it 3 and then Crag 3.
No.
Okay.
Do you have something I can throw at him?
Oh, that's just every little angle. How do we get more? Whoa. What even just happened?
Nothing happened. We're just moving on with the story.
Oh, you.
Okay, you guys
At least
get
you
the
didn't
hammer.
hit me. That would have been
Crag
bad.
is
I would've-
not that excited to have a magical hammer now, but whatever. You guys go back to the mine, or the quarry, right? The Loremire quarry. Are you just going directly to the quarry?
Yes.
We're going to get Stubbs.
You
so
go
he
back,
can
you
lead
find
us.
Stubbs.
Who has been drinking quite a bit.
Stubbs is fine. Stubbs has not been drinking. He is not a drinking man.
All right, Stubbs,
All right,
take us to
Ewan
the
McGregor.
mines.
Make it happen, Ewan.
Well, I don't know about going back. If
Stubbs.
you guys want to go to the quarry, that sounds, that more power to you. But I don't think that's wise.
Let's go.
All right, well, we don't do
Point us
very
in the
many wise
direction, we'll
things,
go.
so.
Well, you passed by them to come get
Oh,
Stubbs.
okay, we knew.
You're
Oh,
well
you know
aware
where
where the quarry.
Okay,
is.
never mind.
Well, where did these incidents happen? Where did his incident happen? What's
Well,
his name?
if you go down there towards the easternmost wall, that you'll find where although everything's been moved around now. I mean, we didn't leave the body in there, so but it happened by the eastern wall.
By the eastern wall.
Yeah.
That's your best direction. The eastern wall
I'm sorry for
of
his
the
rudeness.
quarry. This is
It's
a
okay.
large thing, right?
Quigley has a compass.
Yeah.
Why don't you come take us there,
Well,
Stubbs?
I don't want to.
You don't want to
You should
die.
come, Stubbs.
What are you afraid of?
Why are we
Look
making
at
this
this man. He's
moment?
gonna
I
protect
stride
you.
boldly
He's
forward.
gonna protect
I
you.
stride boldly.
I feel so behind you. Get your
Stride boldly.
Your companion
Get your
just
compass
left
out.
you
back.
to talk
That
to
way.
Stubbs alone.
Get your compass
Has
out.
Crag left?
Yes.
Oh, I'm waiting for him to go.
Crag,
Come on.
let's take Stubbs.
Why you're not gonna go into? You're not going down into it.
You're not going into
No,
No,
definitely not.
bring us to where we can go down and where the
The
creatures have
quarry
been
goes
seen.
down. It's a quarry, right?
Yeah,
so you come
there's-
to the entrance of
Show
the quarry
us
and
where
point
to
down
go,
there.
and then leave.
All right.
Great.
Oh my
Let's do it.
gosh. All
1, 2,
right.
3,
Goes
team.
over to he
Quickly.
follows you guys over to the edge of the quarry, pointing down at the lowest level of the pit. You can see way down below you. He says, "Oh, over there. So there's the eastern wall down there, and then you go over there, and that's
Stop
about where it
I'm gonna
happened."
Kick your ass.
Stride boldly forward.
Yes, I stride boldly
You're
forward.
gonna just walk off the cliff.
I just walk down there.
There's
I just
like
go down there.
There's a very obvious
Blair
access.
Peterson says, give Stubbs a red shirt and ask him to join the party. See you next time, Stubbs.
All right.
So I go
He
down.
points us
Yes.
down.
And
Yeah.
I'll
That's
follow
what it looks
There's a
like.
very obvious
That
path
makes
down
more
into
sense.
the
Now I feel like I'm
lower
in
levels of
Indiana
the pit.
Jones.
Um,
Kind of looks Indiana Jones.
She gets Indiana Jones now.
I thought
You
she
have
didn't
never.
see it.
You have.
I have absolutely seen Indiana Jones.
Which Indiana Jones?
All the ones except for the one with aliens. I didn't see that one.
What
I
name?
think you're a liar because
Name one of
Yeah,
them.
because you didn't know what it was a few
Yeah.
weeks ago.
It was something about
we
the Narc.
totally called you out on this.
No, I've seen all of them. I
you
swear
said
I
you
have.
would.
I even own them.
We're gonna do a movie night.
We're going back to the tape.
I have seen it. Keep going.
Does anyone else remember?
Yes, I
that-
do. That's why I'm saying it.
I just don't I don't know the quotes, but I've seen it.
We're going down.
I love that
All right,
movie.
let's go
The
down.
snakes
Let's go
and
down.
the
We're going
Perception
down.
check. But I want to perceive everything.
I have
all
seen
you
it.
guys have to do is go down there.
We're
So
down
you
there.
go down.
I'm
Go down.
We're going down,
Hey!
down, down.
The pits are
Wait, it's
littered
the Lost Ark!
with a.
There it is. I swear I've seen it.
Well, that's just the
I'm
title.
gonna-
That's
I'm
just the title.
I know, but I really loved it.
All right, can we please
The
just do
pits.
something? Just everyone
The pits
stop.
are littered with
Stop.
abandoned tools and stacks of excavated river
And the
clay.
monkey dies.
Hush.
The ground here is wet
He
and
eats a
muddy.
date.
And you can see
Stop.
the tracks of carts, men, and mules everywhere.
It's a poison.
You get the sense that this place was abandoned in a hurry. Either the men really are fearful of some mystery creature, or they are as slovenly as Loremire suggests and simply don't clean up after themselves.
No.
You wanted to do a perception check to search the area. Begin searching. Now.
Can I search Chip?
Yes.
Too?
Everyone can search.
I'm gonna wonder if it's dates or figs.
That's a 17
dates.
plus my 1 gives me
He goes like
18.
this and catches it in the air.
Yes, Team
Plus,
Quigley.
I
What's he
have
say?
9.
Oh, yours is better.
You guys investigating the area notice something strange about the ground.
Remember.
You notice that while there are lots of tracks, the cart tracks most notably, you see are sometimes bisected by
Sometimes
very
what?
smooth lengths of clay and mud. Very similar to like you ever watch the Zamboni on the ice, right? And there's all the
yeah.
beat up ice, and the Zamboni goes across, and then there's just that clear path
Yes.
of just brand new shiny ice. That's kind of what you're getting down in the mud. And the more you notice it, you notice that these clear tracks of undisturbed ground.
They're not like straight though. They're like what you're
Sometimes
saying. Right.
sometimes they're straight, other times they curve, sometimes they change direction.
giant snake.
But there's like a whole bunch of all across the quarry. And as you're moving about through the tools and the stacks of bricks and the overturn, or not the overturn, but the carts where the unladen carts, you can see that there are all these tracks of smooth, and there's not like one that you follow. Like sometimes they appear and disappear suddenly.
Can I use
So I
my
see-
knowledge
Like a
dungeoneering
rat.
to know of something that might create this sort of
Sure, go ahead.
I see them studying the ground,
Yeah.
and I'm going to detect magic.
Okay.
I'm just
you
gonna
don't
play
detect
in
anything
mud.
magical in the area.
So step on things. Oh,
2 plus 8, 10.
Okay.
oh, look, it's smooth. I wonder if I can slide.
There's nothing coming to you right now that you can think of.
Lyra's playing in the mud.
I am. It's
Yeah?
okay. I am. I'm just kind of playing.
And so we can all see this, like we see.
Yeah, I
them
mean,
looking
well,
and-
they've been following
kinda
these
fun.
things, and I assume at some point they will mention to you that yes, indeed, these things are strange, which easily you can pick up on the fact that this does indeed feel rather strange.
Wouldn't
Do
it?
they lead? I know you said
They don't seem to lead to any particular destination, and as I said, sometimes they pick up and leave off very suddenly. Some of them are very long stretches, some of them very short, only a few feet before they disappear entirely.
Marcus, did you detect any magic on these things?
You notice that it's not like the ground is raised, like something would be burrowing under. They're just
Ew.
these smooth tracks of undisturbed mud.
It's just single tracks.
Yeah.
one-
Yeah.
There's a huge wall, right?
They're the wall, like yeah, because you're down in like basically like a giant open pit.
Can
Is
I
Stubbs
perceive?
still up there?
Yeah,
home.
you look up and you see Stubbs is watching
Nope,
you
he's
guys.
still
move.
there
Can
watching
I
us.
perceive the wall to see any cracks or holes or something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna cast a message on everybody.
I'm just playing in the mud.
12
You
plus
can
my
slide.
9.
Guys, you should really
9?
try it. It's
Yeah,
really
12
fun.
plus 9.
12 plus your 9. You don't find anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
With the walls themselves, it's mostly just
On the ground.
clay that hasn't been dug out of the ground yet. You do over. No, yeah, that's really it. Yeah, the walls themselves don't really reveal anything to you.
Is there a actual mine?
No, this wouldn't be like they're just
It's-
they're
it's a
just
quarry.
hauling clay out of the pits. Yeah.
So why don't we
Giant
make
earthworms.
camp here?
Gross.
Here? Like in here?
Yeah,
Sure,
Craig, that's a
right
good
here.
idea. Right
Right.
here.
I like this
Here.
idea.
We make camp right here.
Arr.
We set up watch,
Jim.
and we're ready.
Jim.
I'm
Jim.
gonna go towards
Jim.
the.
This
More
quarry,
mountain.
this quarry is larger than the 5-foot space that we're standing in right now, correct?
Yeah, it's larger than a
I
5
say,
foot space.
why don't we go look around the quarry?
All right.
Okay.
Great, let's do that.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, they've been kind of moving around looking at things to begin with.
He's just been standing there.
Giving everything a
Didn't know
pretty
that.
thorough search. Aside from the strange tracks, you haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary. There's any common tools, shovels, picks.
Did they mention the
rope.
strange tracks to me?
You can
Did I
see
hear them?
them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I don't look.
Point it
That's-
out.
That's trivial things. You guys do that.
there are plenty of carts in the area where some of them are loaded up with clay that would be taken up to the top. Other ones are empty. There's
Knowledge Arcana on the tracks.
Okay, go ahead.
I take out my magic scimitar
Okay,
and I just poke the tracks a little.
okay. Your scimitar sinks down into the wet earth, but and it Nothing happens.
21.
21?
Knowledge Arcana.
Okay. You know that it is theoretically possible that some creatures from the elemental plane of Earth can glide across surfaces and leave. They would leave trails like this. If indeed what Stubbs had said earlier, that there are creatures that look like stone, then it's possible that this is what you're dealing with, if there's anything at all.
Would I know anything about the behavior of elemental earth creatures? In other words, right now we're clearly walking around. And,
Yeah.
Sliding.
some of us are doing other things. And how would we provoke them if what we're doing now isn't provoking them?
Typically, elementals that find themselves on the material plane are usually aggressive towards any creature that doesn't have some direct magic control over them.
Stubbs.
Just being near a creature, especially if you are posing some sort of threat, would cause a violent reaction. But you don't know of any specific lure for.
I say, I think that Lyra is being, Lyra, but conceivably the tracks in the mud here are formed by a creature, no doubt. You've all surmised that, but probably made of earth. Remember the elementals we fought in Mortiforce?
Yes.
This is probably an earth elemental of some kind.
I'm glad I have my hammer.
Sleeping here is. Well, what I'm trying to say is I don't know how to provoke these creatures out unless, and I'm just throwing it out here, I can make a really big fireball. And
Why are you going to waste a fireball?
You're gonna
might
waste
need
the ball.
be wasted. I'm gonna use
I
it.
start yelling at the top of my lungs. I'm like, "Hey, Earth Elementals! Come out and face me, you cowards!"
Okay, your voice echoes in the
echo.
quarry,
Come out and face me, you cowards!
exactly, it's just like that.
You're an idiot.
I love that. Cringe. See, I
A
know
flock
movies.
of birds is disturbed and goes flying off through the sky. But
yeah,
there's no
amazing.
And I'm
other-
like, "That's them! They're right over there!"
it's,
Okay,
I just figure.
I'm gonna cast Jolt a lot and just start going around,
Okay.
hitting the walls with Jolt. I'm gonna go zip zap, zip zap, zip zap, zap zip, zip 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 zap,
Okay.
zap zap zap.
Small bolts of electricity go whizzing about the quarry, splattering against the mud, shedding showers of
Great.
clay
You're
and
dirty.
rock and mud, shooting up into the air all around.
It's okay,
After
we can
several
mud
minutes of this,
wrestle.
nothing else has
I
happened.
look all around them. I say, it's as if some force is waiting for us to take a break so that it can wait to get into combat until afterwards.
I take out my magic scimitar and I run around the interior of this, and I'm just holding it against the sand and dirt a little bit, and I'm just going, "Ah!"
I think you're right.
All those things happen.
I think you're very
but
right.
no other things happen.
I'm gonna zip zap the ground.
Okay, you begin zip zapping the ground.
Zip zap, zap,
Ooh,
zip,
I like
zip,
that
zip,
sound
zip,
effect.
zip, 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 zip,
I'm gonna.
zip, zap.
I
I'm
said
gonna-
we should spend the night because they were saying they saw these things at night.
Okay, but I'm not
It
sleeping.
seems like mostly.
Can we sleep at least a little bit up the path and not in the clay?
Why would we,
I'm already
why
a
would
mess.
we sleep in the quarry at all?
I think we should all sleep in the mud.
Why wouldn't we just come to the quarry in the night? There's no
That's
reason
better.
to sleep here.
We can't see. Oh, we can use torches.
I can see in the dark pretty well.
Should we fast forward?
Maybe we
tonight?
leave Lyra here.
Yes.
And we come let her play around.
Or we can
You
fast
wanna stay?
forward.
I mean,
What's
not
the
alone.
difference between the quarry and the barn?
The barn has a roof.
Does it look?
But he was
Does it look
saying
like
they
rain?
see it in
Do
the
I
day.
perceive
Yeah, but
rain
that's true.
in the
What if we don't
forecast?
see these
No, you don't
animals?
perceive any rain in the forecast.
Elementals.
I'm going to stay here.
I'll stay with Lyra.
You're gonna stay there?
We're camping buddies. We're gonna camp
Yeah,
out in
okay.
the quarry. This is a
How
great
do you want to
plan.
set up your camp?
I love it.
I'm only asking because presumably you're attempting to lure dangerous creatures to you, so
Yes.
any preparations you want to make might be important.
I set
Okay,
out
wait.
the 3 bear traps
Where are you
in
guys?
very
You
visible
don't have
places.
3 anymore.
I do. I bought 3 more.
Where are you guys?
Jim.
I might sleep on
Yes.
the path.
I'm with you guys, by the way.
I'm gonna go up to the top of the quarry
Okay.
and say, anybody wants to sleep out of the quarry, more than welcome to join me.
Just don't touch me.
Okay, deal.
They're getting
No
tired.
funny business.
No funny business.
And so I'm gonna take my time making some scrolls up there peacefully, away from them. And if Alex is up there, that's fine, because she's
I
quiet.
come up, so
yeah,
I
she's
don't
quiet.
want to. I don't want to sleep in the flag.
Okay.
So, I don't feel like there's any preparations we could make
Okay. You're right.
that will help us against these things.
I do whisper back to them as I have message on them.
I'm gonna
I
eat
say-
a hearty meal
Okay.
of
I
whatever.
say, if you're not all sitting in the middle of the quarry, then I could cast Fireball on them when they show up.
But
Will
why
that do
to
anything against
provoke them?
Earth?
No,
It'll
when
cook
they
them.
show up.
Wouldn't us being down here anger them or piss them off and make them come out and try to get us? That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to be down here. If we go up there, nothing will happen.
Scary music.
I spend my time just kicking small
Oh my
rocks
gosh.
around.
Can we just? You guys want to fast
Cool, whatever
forward?
plan he wants to do.
Fast forward.
But there's the thing I want to do. I want to make a couple scrolls of Featherfall.
Okay.
What featherfall?
When he falls, it's just
It's a feather.
So,
that
he
falls.
doesn't take down.
I got this, guys. I got
What?
this.
Tell me.
I take a few steps away from them. I squat down and I crap in the mud.
Excellent. Fantastic.
I know how happy this makes you. I take a big steaming crap. What's the weather like? Would it be steaming? Is
Oh,
it
yeah,
a little
sure.
chill in the air?
Oh, there's
Yeah,
definitely a
great.
chill.
So we got this steaming pile of poo in the mud.
That's gross.
I go, yeah, there.
No, I
Okay.
do.
See? And what does it do?
I have a bone to pick with you,
Jim,
Jim
what
Jam.
happens?
I looked at his character sheet, and he has a loincloth that gives him a +2 to AC. It's one piece of leather that covers his undergarments. There is no way that should give him 2 armor class credits.
Okay.
Where did you poop? Because I don't want to step in
We'll
it
talk
when we
about that
fight.
later, Quigley.
Yeah,
I understand that this upsets you.
It does.
But there were certain constraints that I was under at the beginning of all this that I had to abide by. And
What?
so I had no choice.
Fine.
Jim,
But-
did you put those tears into your... Did you save those for later? Did you save those?
Well, yeah, I have
my.
a bottle that I'm almost done with right
Bring
here.
out this monster! I want to fight him!
Depending on how much time I have, I'm going to make a bunch of scrolls.
So,
I already blew the one scroll. I rolled a
Okay.
1 on the first one, so I
are
just
there any
marked off 20
sticks?
gold
Are there any
pieces.
sticks down here?
Stones may break my bones, but words will
Yeah,
never
10-foot
hurt
pole.
me.
There's some sticks?
Yeah.
So I put a stick in the mud where,
All right.
where the crap is.
Thank
So
you.
that's-
What you do,
yeah,
the old
Thank
stick
you.
in the mud.
I don't want to step in your poop when we're fighting.
All right, so you guys have several hours. You have plenty of time to prep anything that you want.
Yeah.
You're done prepping, that's fine.
I'm done. I'm
just
done
let
prepping.
me
I'm
know.
waiting.
I want to fight.
Yes.
So I want to set up.
He wants more stuff.
I'm setting up a fire and setting up camp.
Okay.
Not super close to the poop and stuff, but just, let's say are you staying down here with us?
No, I don't want to sleep down there.
20 good
Yeah,
enough?
I'm gonna go up with Marcus.
20
Set
yes,
up
for
multiple
level 1 scroll,
fires.
yes.
By the way, I've decided that that's a better idea.
Around this area where,
Yes.
how many
Hey,
fires?
Marcus.
I'm on the top
5.
watching.
Are you with us, Alex?
I've been up
So
there.
Okay.
Now I look at Lyra and Alex while they're up here with me, and I say, so, when the trouble starts, do you want to have a really heroic entry?
Yes.
Yes!
Because we're going to float down there.
Yes! I get to fly!
That'll be awesome.
It's like a bubble and you like float down.
Oh my god, are you
Except when you
serious?
can't cast it and they just drop.
No.
Oh my god, yes.
So
I'm
what-
so excited. Yes.
What
I want
is-
my
how
coat
big
to
is the
flop.
area where the
Oh my
tracks
gosh,
are?
we could act like a Disney princesses. We can wave.
Is 19 enough? Nope, that's more than
We could
19.
just wave while we float.
Never mind. That's more.
What do you mean, never mind?
We
Just
set up
Oh, okay.
5 fires around the area.
Now, Mox,
Mock.
Yes.
Mock.
you're aware
Mock.
that Featherfall, each casting
Allows me to target 3 people
allows
or
you to
objects.
do 1 creature per level, which means that each scroll that you're making is your level 5. So that's 5 creatures.
Oh yeah, I'm making different scrolls.
Okay.
Yeah. I only made one feather fall. I screwed up one feather fall, then I made one.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of how many hours, because you said it's about 1 hour per scroll.
Yes.
So I'm making some, and then you tell me if I've run out of time, and I just won't have made that one that I'm writing.
So you guys are just waiting till dark?
Yes.
How do you want to make
Or
the 5?
waiting till
So you
something
got-
happens. Yeah.
Set up
5
pips
hours.
on a die.
So it gets too dark really quick.
And then one in the middle.
Okay, 5? Oh, then I've
squares.
already made 5.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Great. Cool.
Uh-oh, I hear it.
I'm gonna take a
So-
ready to action.
Sirenscape, I hear ya.
But it's your ready to action.
My ready to action, because I don't have to sleep. At least not at first,
Great.
till later in the night. Ready to action is when I hear trouble
Pretend
down
like
there,
I'm sleeping.
I'm gonna cast Featherfall on myself and those 2.
Okay.
Okay?
We set up our 5 fires like a square with one in the middle.
5 fires.
Am I preparing that right?
Yeah,
And then they can basically just jump off and Featherfall, right?
Yeah. Have you told them that you're going to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
Okay. Okay.
So how are we gonna float down?
Like a bubble.
As
my
the
God,
sun
I'm so
sinks
excited.
lower on the horizon, casting the bottom of the pit in darkness. Those of you who are down there, actually, I guess if all of you are watching, you can make perception checks.
Oh my gosh.
20 on the
Dang
die. Oh my gosh.
Wait,
I'm gonna
wait,
take
so-
20.
19 plus
Whoa.
my 1 gives me a 20.
I have 29.
16 total.
I
4 on
want
the
to use my
dice.
20 on
21
the perception though.
18.
Okay. You guys all notice that at the northernmost section of the bottom of the quarry, the ground begins to bubble up and take shape. Those of you up top see it as a very small shape. It's only about maybe quiggly height shape of a creature that sort of rises up out of the muddy ground and begins to glide about, moving its way slowly along the western wall. It doesn't seem to have noticed anything going on.
He was wrong.
Didn't see the
it
5
wasn't
fires.
the eastern.
Maybe it's blind.
Seems to have taken no notice of anything.
It's like a
I pick up a rock
I take
Okay.
my ready to action.
and I throw it at it.
Okay? You haven't heard any trouble yet, unless you
That's
wish
true.
to. You can jump down there if you want. But I'm just saying, like that. You're able to act freely at this point. So whatever you want to do is fine.
And we down there see this?
Yeah, everybody rolled high enough to see this. There's this creature, and then Quigley chucks a rock.
It's an improvised weapon, right? So -4.
You could
many
no rocks.
feet?
You could just throw a rock.
How many feet to the bottom?
15 plus 7, 22.
Probably a good 70.
That's
Okay.
great.
Actually, the issue that you're gonna run into is that you're gonna hit, because of the spiral down, you're gonna hit the next tier. You can't jump out enough to get down to the bottom. You would hit like the next tier, so you can significantly cut your travel time, but once you touch the ground, you know that that spell ends and you'd have to cast it again to keep going.
I look at them, I say, make sure you jump out really far.
Can we run start?
All right, run
Run start.
You guys wanna
Theoretically,
run
with a
start?
high enough
Are you guys gonna
acrobatics
hold
check,
hands?
you could get down
No,
to the bottom
we're
tier.
just gonna run.
22.
22, okay. This rock goes flying forward and splats into this thing's back. And it stops, and it turns towards the group.
Ew.
And its jaw extends until it's like triple size, and it lets out this gurgling
I cast
howl.
Featherfall on these 2.
Okay,
And I
just like that.
and I yell, "Bring it on!"
And it does. But first, we have to take a break.
No!
Finally, something.
Saw that coming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, their
Everybody roll the dice to
disappointment.
kill Jim!
Their disappointment is
do
so
that
sweet.
now.
They're rolling to kill me right now, but I'm not concerned because right now what I'm going to do is give out prizes.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please go like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/dragonsandstuff, and watch us live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for watching.